So, hello guys, this is our first lecture on sorting. So, we are discussing about in this playlist we are discussing about different type of sorting problems, sorting algorithms, which are picked up from lead code, code forces, and codeshape, and different type of coding platforms. So, in this problem, it's stated that given an array of intervals where interval I is equal to start I end I, merge all overlapping intervals and return an array of non-overlapping intervals that cover all the intervals in the input. That means uh, so let us consider this thing. I'm taking different color. Sure. So which color will be the best? I think it's white. So you can check 1 3 2 6 overlapping. We have to check the overlapping element. Actually, if I check as a number line, so this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5, this is 6. So 1 3 means it's covering this region, and 2 6 means it's covering this region totally. So totally you can check that 1 3 is nothing to, but 2 is nothing but a element which is already in the region of 1 3. So we can actually extend the portions like 1 6. So this is the total area. And if we check the another thing, it's 8 10. Say 8 10. If I extend this line 7 8, 8 10, 8 is not into this region, so it will create another separate region. So 8 10 will be considered as another separate region. That's why it's completely different. So our output will be 1 6 8 10 15 18. So we have to check actually the initial element is actually 2D array. So we have to check the initial element of the array is is less than or equal to the last element of the first region or element. So the basic concept is that I am refreshing my idea here. So you can check the constraints also. This 10 to the power 4. Okay, length, and yeah, so intervals length is 2 always. That means there is a start point and end point, and it can be up to 10 to the power 4. All right, so let us take a rough approach how to solve this one. So basically this is our let's take another color. So basically our this is the interval size. Let us say our intervals array like 2 5, another is 3 7. That means uh, from our intuition it must be 2 7, right? Our output must be 2 7. So in this approach we have to consider our element, this element and this element will be taken for consideration. So let us assume uh, this thing is in first position and this is in second position, then we can't determine actual properly is it into the region or not. So initially we have to sort the 2D array in terms of the on decreasing order. So if our array is interval, then we have to sort interval dot size, interval dot begin, and interval dot end. So this must be done. Again, after that we will get a refresh filtered array like 2 5 and 3 7. This must be our first step. The next thing is that we have to check this thing, this and this. So to solve this, to resolve this, let us take a blank array. Blank array, initially the array is empty. So our checkpoint is that if this array result is our result array, this result array is empty, result is empty, then we have to insert the element, first element of interval. So this will be a for loop. So for I to interval size -1 इतना तक चलेगा, and then if result dot empty, then first element always be inserted. So then output dot pushback or result dot pushback, whatever. So I'm removing this one. So this is the output dot pushback or result dot pushback, whatever. So result dot pushback. The interval I. So if when it will be inserted, if another thing is that if it's not merged, there are 2 5 3 7, if this case is 8 10, this 8 10 will be inserted because 8 is greater than 7, so this thing also be inserted. So another thing, another condition will be applied here for for inserting the element into the result array. That is, if our this element, that means the last element, so the last element, the which is inserted at the last time, so that is nothing but result dot back. We can extract the last element using using the back function. So result dot back, and last element ka last element, last inserted element ka last element, that means the one row, because it's already mentioned that it must be 2. So result dot back 1 is less than the first element, that means the नया element जो आ रहा है interval 0, then it will be inserted. It will be inserted. This thing is for insert condition. And if we take the consideration of merging, how to merge, so the thing is nothing but like this, we have to think the same thing like else result dot back, तो वही केस बचा हुआ है ना, तो एक्चुअली इस लेस देन वाला केस, इस ग्रेटर देन वाला केस, तो इसमें से क्या होगा, एक्चुअली दिस थिंग इज नथिंग बट मैक्सिमम ऑफ 2 एलिमेंट्स. क्या कौन सी मैक्सिमम है, मैक्सिमम ऑफ 2 एलिमेंट, दैट मींस the maximum of this and this. So result dot back, so we can check 5 and 7. So if it's 2 5 3 4, then output should be 2 4. And if it is 2 5 and 3 7, then output should be 2 7. So these two cases will be considered. So here we are actually taking the output or result func array का back one, and नया जो इंटरवल आ रहा है उसका वन एलिमेंट, एक्चुअली वन पोजीशन में जो एलिमेंट है उसमें से क्या मैक्सिमम है वो हमको डालना है एक्चुअली इन द आवर रिजल्ट एरे फाइनली. So this is the condition of merging. So this is nothing but result dot back one comma interval one. This will be our condition. It's a very big brute force approach, and finally the this is the main case. Okay, so let us this our code. So here the function is mentioned. So I'm just writing the same things like int intervals dot size sort inter we have to sort it first, intervals dot begin comma intervals dot end, and we have to take an output or result array. So vector int, so this is been nested array, 2D array, sorry. This is our result in res, and let's for auto I or intervals, taking one by one or intervals value one elements. So you have to check the insert condition, that is nothing but if result dot empty or res dot empty, res dot empty, और क्या बोला, नया एलिमेंट जो आएगा उसका फर्स्ट एलिमेंट मस्ट बी ग्रेटर देन द पुराने वाला का लास्ट एलिमेंट, दैट इज और res dot back, sorry, must be less than नया वाला का, that is our interval or I1. Then क्या होगा, we must insert this thing, res dot push back I, else हमको चेक करना पड़ेगा मार्जिंग कंडीशन, that is nothing but our res dot back must be res dot back sorry must be a maximum of res dot back 1, sorry push back होगा comma our नया एलिमेंट I1. So this will be the case. So yeah, so return हो जाएगा इस पे res. Let's run the code. Oh, this is the main problem. I'm actually comparing I0 second position के साथ. So this should be the first. छोटा होगा, छोटा होना होगा. So this thing. So let me run first. Okay, this time is accepted. Submit it. Yeah, finally it's 7 bits. So we can optimize it more. We can make it optimize more. So this is the case. This can finalize code. So thank you.